Well, the Dune Army will recognise that. That was Maldune and 9 Lives. Because I'm joined by Steve and Nash, in case you've just tuned in. Steve, is Maldune still going?
Yes.
It is?
Yeah. Not as frequently as we were, but we still do the odd gig a couple of times, 3 times a year. Try and get out TT week if we can, sort of over the festival. So, yeah, we're still about. We're still going.
And you've got such a sort of avid fan base, haven't you?
It's mad. The Dune Army, they're mad. They're mad. It's great, though. It's great. I mean, hopefully, the plan is to do a gig later this year anyway, to celebrate being together 25 years.
That's terrifying. 25 years. Well, you obviously started it when you were about 6, didn't you?
Well, we'll see. I can cope with that.
Oh, my word, 25 years. That's crackers. But you did actually start in school, didn't you, as a group?
We started as a group in school, sort of formed in 94, and then started gigging sort of 96, where we our first gig was the Foresters, and then sort of the old Bushies back room, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, 25 years later, we're still doing the odd gig here and there.
Good on you, quite right too. People want it, so that's good. Speaking of, I've had loads of lovely messages in for you already, Steve. A lovely one from Shelley, who says that her roof is leaking and her hair needs doing, but she's listening to the show with a cuppa instead. Hello, Shelley. It's lovely to hear from you. Hazel as well has been sending in some music requests. As I said, for today's Manx Music Hour, between 4 and 5, I probably won't have time to put any new ones in because I've already organised it. But Hazel, I don't think you'll be disappointed. That's all I'm saying. She's messaged in about a particular song by a particular girl group. So I don't think you'll be disappointed anyway. And she also says, say hi to Steve Nash, top bloke, and congratulate him on his new albums. I think she took me seriously when I said there was going to be 30 of them. We'll explain that a little bit later. And then a lovely message as well about Manx music from Heather Crane, and a message from Martin, who is listening in Orgiva with 3 other Manxies. Hello, Critch. It's lovely to hear from you. He says, good on you, Noshie. I'm listening live. See you when the weather picks up. Bless him. So it's always good to have Critch listening as well. So new music then. We've been playing one of your singles, in particular You're on My Mind, which just sounds great on our Manx Radio playlist. Where did the ideas for this album come from then? What's the sort of genesis?
I think there isn't really, I don't kind of use a specific idea. It's experiences over time. You know, you get to a point and you pick up on bits. Some are recent, some are further away, but in a way the album's kind of based around kind of island life as well. There's a lot of talk about oceans and stones and rivers and things, and that kind of element is massive to me where I live. So that's kind of where it's come from. But it's picking up on bits and bobs over the years, different experiences, different places, and my way of putting my feelings down is writing songs or poetry. So it wasn't meant to be sort of 3 years after the last release. We were meant to do it a bit sooner, but time disappears so quickly, and that's really what it's about.
Yeah, and as I said, we've heard You're on My Mind. We're going to hear 3 more songs over the course of the time that Steve's with us, and then he's going to play something live for us as well. But all recorded with Phil at Small Bear Records and released on Small Bear Records as well. What was the recording process like? Me
and Phil turn up and record songs and have a laugh. It's that simple with Phil and I. There's no... If I want to say no to something, he's happy. He doesn't get offended. If he says no to something that I suggest, then that's fine too. We get on as very, very good mates, and at the end of it, we make music. So everyone sort of wins in that situation.
And music's so important, isn't it? I can't stress this enough, and I probably do talk about it too much, but we need it as human beings, don't we?
It's massive. I mean, from my point of view, a personal point of view, I use it to get my feelings out of my system. Everybody has their own way of doing things, but music for me and writing is the one thing that I just love doing.